Hello and welcome back to John's Tropical Paradise. I'm just standing here on a cloudy and rainy day here in Central Florida. Now it's been raining for the past couple days, on and off, not all the time, but when it rains here in Florida, it usually likes to have a really big downpour and then kind of drizzle, and maybe it might get a little bit of sun. So it's not like a full day of rain, but usually you'll get some nice cloudy weather that you can try to plant in. I usually like to take advantage of this opportunity to put plants in the ground, especially when Mother Nature is providing all of the free water for me. I don't really like to put it in during a drought or when there isn't a lot of rain in the forecast, but sometimes I might do it depending on what type of plant it is and where I'm planting it and how much sun it's getting. So yeah, I'm just gonna be outlining a little bit about what I have in store to plant. I'm just going to be outlining, I guess this would be my little nursery area. I have a bunch of potted plants over here that I have ready to pretty much put in the ground or almost ready. Now I don't put everything or every seedling into the ground, and then I also do pick up a few things from nurseries, so they do come in pots, so it's not always I guess the easiest to get away from container gardening. So you'll always have some sort of a something in a container, and I always like to have backup plants or something growing, even if I'm not going to plant it right away. But yeah, I always like to have something, and then I can also divide up things and put them into the pots too. Sometimes I companion plant them, put a bunch of things together, put a bunch of seeds in a pot, and then just have it grow up. So yeah, I'm just going to outline a little bit of what I have in a try to plant. Might not get to all of it this weekend, but we'll see. This is a shrimp plant. It has these really nice flowers on them. Kind of will look like a shrimp. And then I also have some salvia, some nice flowers that will attract the pollinators. And then I was also able to pick up a few mangoes. Now, I don't have mangoes planted in the ground. I was trying to seek out which varieties did the best, and the ones that I would probably like in my yard. There are a lot of varieties, so it's really hard to know exactly which ones you want. And so yeah, I'm just gonna outline a couple of the varieties that I picked up. This is a sweet tart mango. And then I also have a lemon zest mango. As well as this is a orange sherbet mango. Now I did put one of these in the ground right before the freeze, and it was probably a really bad idea. I didn't expect it to freeze, and when the forecast was, when I looked at the forecast, there was absolutely nothing, and that was gonna be in any danger. But then I guess a week later it decided to change. You never know in these things. And then I also here I have one more over here. This is a lemon meringue. Now I did pick these up a few months ago, and I'm just waiting for them to grow up just a little bit more so they have a nice healthy root system, and when I put them in the ground they're not really struggling. And I was also able to pick up this this is a rainbow eucalyptus. Now I did have one of these in the ground, and it did not make it through the freeze. Maybe it might pull back from the roots, but this one has this unique, I guess, root system, and it's kind of growing like in this like bonsai form. So I'm gonna try to keep it as a bonsai in a plant, maybe, or I guess in a pot. So maybe I'll be able to share the progress of it and try that out for the first time. I'm a rookie with that. And then I also have some, Coleus? I love the look of these leaves. It's a nice little pop of color. I'm gonna put those in between my plants, and it'll help I guess give a different variety of color. I always like to have a little pop of color. And then here is a this is Sapo. It's got like this butterscotch caramel flavor to it. I haven't tried it yet, but picked up a seedling. This is a green Sapote. I have one of these out front, and it was really small when I planted it, and I mean this one is doing a lot better, but yeah, I'll plant this in a nice spot. Also have some achacha. This is a really nice fruit. Some of mine are starting to come back from the roots, so that's very promising. And here is a miracle berry. I did put one of these in the ground, but it did not like it. I think it needs more like acidic soil, kind of like the Jaboticabas. So I'm just going to keep it in a pot. And then also this is my Jaboticaba. This is a red. Now this one did flower and fruit for the first time. The fruit didn't last. It did drop off, but it's promising to see that it's finally flowering. And okay. Oh, let's go through here. This is a Chenille plant. This has got these really nice red flowers to it, kind of hang down. Gotta decide where to put these. And then this is a Dwarf Allamanda. It's got some nice yellow flowers that'll pop up with it. Have some pepper plants in there and some rosemary. I like to keep the rosemary right next to my grill, because I'll just pop it off and put them right on my steaks. I have some Tabasco peppers. These are about ready to pick. This thing is really producing really nice. And then I have some thyme and parsley. I'm gonna keep those in pots too. When I put these in the ground, it does well for a little bit, but then like the Florida summers are just really intense, so it just starts to not be happy after a while. Also have just some more like seeds popping up. I think this is butterfly pea, and this is like a Japanese like golden raindrop tree. I picked up seeds of that. Here is miracle leaf. These are actually really nutritious. The leaves can actually grow directly from the edge of the leaves. So if you pick one of these off and just put it on the ground, it'll actually grow directly from the leaf. And it's very nutritional. I heard it helps with is it kidneys, and it may help reduce kidney stones, but I'm not an expert on that. Yeah, and then also I have, this is a Soursop tree. This is just a seedling I picked up, and it's doing pretty nice. It lived through the winter, but I had it in this pot, so yeah, it's doing pretty nice. You can also use these leaves as a tea or dried up, and it's really nutritious for you too. I heard the mountain soursop is a little bit better as far as its nutrition and its superfood capabilities. And then here is a Kampong Mauve. This is a sugar apple, red sugar apple. Should look pretty nice. It's flowering right now, but I'm not gonna let it fruit. I have been able to collect a little bit of this pollen to use in some of my other annonas and sugar apples, so it's not a total loss when you have a fruiting tree that's this small. And then I also have some Thai Constellation Monstera. This is looking really nice. I picked these up really small, and I am so happy to see that they lasted through the winter. And then I also have, this is a Fruit Hunter's White Sapote. This one should be able to produce a fruit in the off season. So I'm really happy I was able to pick up one of those. And then I just have another imbe right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, so there's two other things I have. This is a custard apple right here. Looks really nice with the leaves. This is just a seedling. And then I have this is African Pride Atemoya. This one is ready to put in the ground. I think I have a spot for this one. Oh yeah, I just wanted to outline what I'm going to be planting. I have a few areas I have in mind back here for where I could put a little bit of things. This area right here, I might be able to put a tree. I have this Alano, but it died back from the roots, so it does have some shoots coming from the bottom, but it's no longer Alano Sapodilla, and it's just going to be back to rootstock. So I might put the African Pride right here. And then another thing is I have this Mauve Sapote. It did not want to live through the winter, so I might be digging that one up and replacing that. And then I also have this is a Dream Atemoya, and I'm gonna be removing this too. It's no longer living too. I might be able to put something over here too, but not too sure about that yet. or in this area right here. We'll figure it out, but hopefully the next video I'll be able to show where I planted some of these things and a little bit of the progress. If you like these videos, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be sharing a little bit more, or actually just as I go along with the progress. These powder puffs are starting to look really nice. This dwarf powder puff, it'll bloom pretty soon, and yeah, I know I shared some of the updates recently, so you could check out some of my other videos and check on all the progress. So thanks for watching, and you have a great day. Thanks. All right, bye-bye.